Good evening, management of Terahertz Water. Good evening, management of Terahertz Malaysia Sdn Bhd, founder and senior director, Miss Shirley Tan, who is also my sponsor. All the people gathered here tonight under the Zoom, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. First of all, let me apologize for Mr. Casimir Yong, who was called to do presentation at the last minute by his university. So I will be replacing him for tonight's talk. I'm Anna Chia, also from Terahertz. And tonight, the talk will be on water, the basics within Terahertz by Mr. Cornelius Yong. Mr. Cornelius, he graduates from Australia, and he is a very fluent speaker, and he has experience in speaking, and he has ever spoke for insurance companies as well. And he has worked many years in corporate fields as a high corporate person. Now, let us not wait and invite Mr. Cornelius Yong to come forward and share with you water, the basics within Terahertz. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please ask in the chat box, type in the chat box, or refer to your respective leaders after this talk. That would be appreciated. Thank you very much. Before further ado, let me just welcome Mr. Cornelius Yong. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. All right. Can I just have a thumbs up? Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening to everybody. Thank you, Madam Anna, Miss Anna, for the great introduction. All right. I am Cornelius. Just a brief background on myself. As Anna has mentioned, I have been. I'll just basically I'm from Sarawak and I've been in KL for a long time, Kuala Lumpur. And tonight I'll just be sharing with you on a lot of the basics actually. All right, the basics of the basics within Terahertz. So let me just put the screen up. All right, yeah. So tonight's talk will cover on all the basics of water, how it's actually important and how it's detrimental, in our health. Why is water so important? I mean, everybody knows what water is, right? I mean, water is important, but how important, we don't know. How good is it? We don't know. Some people don't really, they know there are different types of water, but what makes it different actually? So this is what we are actually going to cover tonight, and how Terahertz, through this Terahertz technology, or this Terahertz thing that you're hearing about, or you're drinking the water, or you have the device, how it's actually going to benefit your health and your well-being. Okay, there are 6 key elements to life. First, there is air. Okay, these are the 6 essential things, the basics, the most essential things you need in life in order to sustain. Okay, so there are plants, there are animals, okay, and then of course there are us human beings. Okay, all these are the elements, the 6 main ingredients to come up with the essentials of life. Okay, first there's air, then there's food, okay, exercise, which is movement. Okay, next, sleep. Everything needs rest, everything needs sleep. And then there is emotions. Okay, emotions, okay, animals I understand, but animals also have emotions, but they display it or not, it is in their own, within their own characters. The most emotional creatures on this earth are humans. All right, and the most important thing, why is it on the top left? Because it's the most essential. Without this, all these other 5 we don't even have to consider. All right, the most important thing, the key element in life is water. Okay, so if water is so important, all right, water is so important, first we need to know, everybody drinks water, right? You drink water, I drink water, but the question is, are we drinking enough water? Okay. All right. Are we drinking enough water? Okay. According to this chart, as you see, right? All right. Sorry about that. Anyways, okay. 75% of people here are people who rarely drink water. Okay. Rarely drink water. And then the 11.6%, which is the second bar, are those that often drink water. Often drink water. Okay. 4.7% of these are people who only put it this way, sorry. 4.7 is they drink even less. Oh, sorry, 17.5. The first bar, sorry, I apologize. The first bar is people who only drink gassy drinks. Gassy drinks, cordial. What is cordial? Cordial can be things like, you know, those mixtures, they have the cherry flavor, the sassy flavor. 17.5% of people, it's quite a big percentage actually. 17.5% of people actually drink cordial and gassy drinks only. They don't drink water. I have personal friends, okay, real life friends, who only do this, who only drink cordial, okay? They don't drink much water because they are just not used to it. They like the taste. They like to have it sweet, have it salty, or have it sour, some kind of taste. So 17.5% of people actually fall under the first bar, okay? The second bar is people who don't really drink water that much, okay? Don't really drink water that much. The third one is even less, and the fourth one is others. But we see the main bar here, the fifth one, the main bar, which is a 65.9%, okay? The majority of people, okay, only drink when they are thirsty. I believe, then we think, do you drink? You ask yourself, do you drink when you are thirsty only? Take a time to think about. I believe you do, right? Because I'm also like that, okay? If sometimes without a water bottle, okay, before even joining this, before even being involved in terahertz, I don't really have a good habit, honestly, of drinking water. Unless I have a jug of water ever ready or a bottle of water, then I will be constantly reminded. But don't worry, after you start knowing the benefits of water and how important it is, every time you see there's even no water, you'll go looking for water. This I'm sure of. Okay, let's see. Now we talk about dehydration. Dehydration happens when your body does not receive enough water. Okay, you're not getting enough this water. Your body is telling you not enough water. Our body consists of 80% water. All right. So 80% water, let's say 80% water, but then you're not drinking enough. So when you're not drinking enough, what happens? Your content is less. When your content is less, what happens? You see like the young lady on the left? The young lady on the left, when she's dehydrated, she looks old. So premature aging happens. Premature aging means you look older than you are. Means you could be actually 40, but you look 50. Especially ladies, they don't want that. Most ladies are afraid of this. All right. When you're 50, you want to look 30. All right. Nobody wants to look older than their age, even for men nowadays. All right. So on the right, you have a daily water intake guideline. All right. Based on the based on the body weight and also the water volume. This is just a guideline. Okay, medical expertise, because there is no proven, how to say, there is no set in stone amount of water. Like, okay, you should drink as much, because everyone's pattern of lifestyle is different. Am I right? You could be eating seafood every day. You could be eating chicken only, or another person could be vegetarian. All right, it's hard to say. And people have different kind of, put it this way, impact different kind of life, different kind of medical conditions, different kind of health status. Okay, but the best way for you to gauge, actually, if you are drinking enough water or not, is through your urine. All right, your urine, a natural, or when you're drinking enough water, the best and optimal color to have is pale yellow. When you have pale yellow urine, it means your body is the best indication of how much water you're drinking. All right, so pale yellow will tell you. So when you go to urinate, okay, when you go to the washroom, have a look at your pee. If it's pale yellow, it means you are having enough water. All right, white is not good, okay, because this is a very common misconception. Okay, aside from dehydration, another thing which, if you saw the video earlier that we played, I just touched on it briefly, is overhydration. Overhydration means drinking too much water. That's also possible. Some people, what happens if you overhydrate? Nirma, you just pee out only. No, just so you know, overhydration, what happens when overhydration happens? Overhydration happens when your body will tell you, start to get muscle weakness, you'll get spasms, you'll get cramps, you'll get headaches, you feel nausea, all these kind of things. Why? Because your body, when there's too much water, all right, in water, it uses to regulate the sodium in your body. Okay, what is sodium? Sodium is commonly found in sodium chloride, which is salt. So the food you eat has salt. So salt is an essential electrolyte in your body to help regulate all the essential nutrients. So overhydration actually decreases your body to able to, put this way, to function, to filter through all that sodium. So dehydration is no good. Too little is no good. Overhydration, too much water is also no good. Okay, apologize for it being Chinese, but I think you just see the icons, you will understand. On average, water makes up about 70% of the body weight. All right, different parts of the organ, different parts of your body has different amounts of water content. Okay, like the brain is at 75%, the eye, our eye is mostly content of water. All right, then we have the heart, which is 79%, the lungs, the colon, the kidney, and all this, everything is about 70% water. So that's how important, because it's on high content. Our body requires a high content of water. All right. When you require high content of water, is it important or not? It is important, right? How important is it? Okay, it is important because of these key roles. Number one, blood circulation. All right, blood circulation. Number two, waste elimination. What's waste elimination? Detox. So you always hear detox. Everywhere in every mall now, all these detox centers are coming up. Why? Okay, why is everyone so concerned about detox? Because detox, you throw away all the dirt in your body. It's like how you have to service your car. Even the engine oil has to be changed. Even any common devices that require servicing has to be changed regularly. Even your aircon, even the aircon filter has to be changed. The same with our body. Through water, we are able to eliminate all the toxins, all the waste. This is the most basic thing. Okay, there are a million kinds of detox, but it falls down to one key essential item: water. The third one, nutrient absorption. Nutrient absorption is later I'll cover on it. Number four, temperature regulation. Temperature regulation would be, okay, in your ear, there's the cochlea, which is there's two parts inside, okay, two tiny balls in your ears which contain water in them. All right, water in them. And also, other than that, these ones, your body is able to tell you if you're having a fever, if you're having a cold. All this falls under temperature regulation. So that's why, like you see, those people stranded in sea and all this, why it's always important to regulate their temperature. Because of all these reasons. And it is common knowledge, or if you notice, like you watch those movies where people get stranded, the island, or that I think a lot of people have watched Titanic, right? That moment where they are adrift, in the big ocean or in the sea, right? They don't drink seawater. What's the reason? Because seawater has high sodium content. High sodium content is actually toxic to the body. That's why, as I say, overhydration also is in relation to sodium, all these kind of things. So water is an essential key in regulating all the electrolytes in your body. 5, metabolism. Okay, your metabolism, your energy. Number 6, your balanced body system. What's a balanced body system? Balanced body system would mean the functions of all your organs, all your system, everything. Okay, and the most important thing, we go back to the first key point. There can be no life without water. Like all the expeditions right now, everything, if there is no water, forget it, means no life. That's just the law of how things are. Okay, it's already a proven fact. Okay, on the left is the same thing, just in image format on the content of water. All right, so if you don't drink water, you always fall dehydrated. Okay, always fall dehydrated. What happens when you're always dehydrated? You suffer from long-term, we talk about long-term, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, long-term. You always practice this bad behavior. You maybe always drink only gassy drinks, or you don't bother to drink water at all. Maybe one whole day you drink one tiny cup. All this will lead to long-term dehydration. When long-term dehydration, what happens? Your cell. What is a cell? Cell is the cell. Your body consists of a million, trillions of cells in your body. Okay, So when long-term dehydration, all these millions of cells, these tiny bits of cells in your body, which consists of all your organs and all that, it start to malfunction. It cannot work. It's telling no water. I don't have water. I cannot work. So when your cell cannot work, what happens? You get tissue inflammation. Tissue inflammation, or your tissue starts to, malfunction. Means it's not working. It's starting to tell you it's not working. Then all the degeneration starts to happen. Means, degeneration. After it degenerates to a certain point, when your cell, let's say a cell consists, let's say your organ consists of million cells. So this part slowly dies off, this part slowly dies off. Then you start to get tissue inflammation. The cell degenerates. What happens? It leads to all this. And by the time you realize it, usually it's already, here painful, there painful. Hey, I don't feel good. Or when you start eating, you're like, hey, I want to throw up. Or you start to have, your body, gas, or those people having all kind of digestion disorder, all this. All right. All these things all come from, actually the essential point also is dehydration. Of course, there are other factors, but without denying all these symptoms they see in the middle here: heart disease, hypertension, sleep disorder, constipation, cardiovascular means heart issues, Parkinson's disease means brain, you forget things, all this, cancer, liver disease. All right, so cancer and cardiovascular in Malaysia itself is the top number one and two causes of death. Okay, it's number 1 and 2 causes of death. So all these things have one thing in common: water. Okay, water is definitely part of it. Of course, other than water, it could be sleeping late or this, but all these are other factors. Okay, we're only focusing on water being the essential one, same element being the reason for all this. Okay. So what happens? Cell failure, like I say. Okay, cell failure when a large number, not just one cell, because you have trillions of cells, right? 1, 2, the neighbors, all the cells start malfunctioning. You start to get symptoms. You start to get diseases. But not many people, you'll be surprised, not many people realize this, unless, like now when I mentioned, you go, oh, actually it's true. Maybe you already know it. I believe most of you know it. It's just that maybe no one mentioned it, how important it is. Because by the time you go to the doctor, like those kind of, I heard a lot of cases where they're like cancer cases. By the time they go and see the doctor, they do a scan, then they find out that it's like the 3rd or 4th stage already. We should always start early. So the younger you start and the earlier you get all this kind of health knowledge, how it can help to prevent diseases, prevent any kind of symptoms from even appearing at all. Isn't it better? Because nobody wants to live a life taking medicine or seeing the doctor every day. Some people I know are very afraid of the doctor. So, all right. So what types of cells are there? Like I say, every part of cells, we have blood cells. Even our skin is actually a major organ, and it's the surface of skin also have cells. Okay. So with all kinds of cells come, you say, these trillions of cells, they merge and come together, and then they will look like the thing on the left. Okay. It comes in all kind of funny shapes. You turn into your body. It builds your body up. Okay, it consists into your body. All right. Our human body composition: 5% minerals, 15% fats. Generally 15% fats, protein 20%, and water 60%. 60% is the bare minimum. I'll put it that way. All right. And then just so you know, we have different kind of systems. So our body is not just one. We are one whole unit. But when we break it apart, we have different parts. We have the skeletal system, the skeleton, the digestive system, the stomach, the respiratory system, you breathe, your lungs, urinary system, you go to the washroom, reproductive system, immune system. I believe everybody is very concerned on immune system nowadays, especially with COVID. Immune system. So everyone is taking nutritions, taking supplements to build up their immune system. Nervous system. I'm not nervous. Nervous system has to do with the brain. Cardiovascular system, the heart. Muscular system, your movement and all that, and your endocrine system. Okay, now who is this person? What is this? Why? Okay, this Mr. Raymond. Okay, he came out with a book. It's a very famous bestseller book. All right, his book only has one key point. It's titled "Never Be Sick Again." But never be sick again. But what is the cause of sickness? Before you know what the problem is, you need to find a cause, right? Cause and problems. Okay, so the cause for everything, according to Mr. Raymond, which he preaches throughout his life, is Cell failure. Okay, cell failure is the #1 cause for all sicknesses. All sicknesses. The World Health Organization. Okay, now, as we say, our water is so important. So, like I said earlier, there's so many kinds of water. What water is good? How do I know the water I'm drinking is good or no good? Okay, all right. According to World Health Organization. Okay, what is World Health Organization? World Health Organization, WHO. Okay, in short, is an international organization consisting of almost every country in the world right now. They are already pulled in. Okay, they have different people. Okay, where they are the ones to set the standards and the quality of the generic standards and quality of life, where it's input from all the doctors, all the experts, all the scientists. They will input, and then they will go through all these studies, and they will come up with guidelines. That's how we know, like when we have COVID, that's how we know which vaccine is good, which vaccine has been certified, which vaccine is not certified or advised. So everyone is referring to WHO now. Okay, for water, they also have a standard for water. Okay, for water, the #1 drinking quality of good water is to have essential trace elements and minerals. What is it? What is this P, F, Mg, K? What is it? All these are actually short forms. Short forms for calcium, ferrum, natrium. All these are mineral contents. Mineral contents that your body needs. Right? Your body needs, like you need zinc, you need magnesium for your teeth to be healthy, you need your bones to be healthy, you need calcium, you need phosphorus for your hair to turn black. All these are minerals. Okay, minerals. Okay, so those are just a study from WHO. How important, what they give you guidelines that mineral water is very good, essential mineral water. Okay, drinking water quality #2, the second criteria is the water. The smaller the water the molecule is, all right, the better. Okay, we're talking about water molecules. Okay, when you pour water, right, you pour water on the surface, you'll notice some water is like, it doesn't fall in. Okay, let's say if water spills, it's a connected pool, right? It's not like one dot, one dot, one dot, one dot. It's not like that. Why? Because they are water molecules, you know. So these water molecules, so now we talk about water molecules. Peter Agre, okay, this guy, Peter Agre, he won the Nobel Prize, okay, in 1980s in chemistry. Nobel Prize is a world recognition, okay, to prove, okay, it's like everyone has already certified. It changes the perception of the world. Like if they found a new theory, a new theory about physics, a new theory of gravity or things like that. There's those kind of people, when they write those kind of research, which they spend their whole life studying, maybe they have a breakthrough, and it's proven that their theory is correct, they get the Nobel Prize. So Peter Agre got this Nobel Prize for what? For his study on aquaporine. Okay, aquaporine. Aquaporine is a protein that resides on the cell, okay, on your cell. It resides on the cell. It transports water through the membrane. The membrane is the wall of the cell. Okay, it controls the flow of nutrients, like just now I talked about the natrium, the phosphorus, everything that your body needs. That, okay, all these minerals that your body needs is controlled by the aquaporine. So we treat it like a gateway. Okay, and this cell regulates the microcirculation network. Means what? Means like just now we talked about different systems, right? You have your heart system, your lung, your brain, all these different systems, right? All these are cells. So each cell has their own gateway to control the water. Okay, let's say when you eat certain food, some food, okay, high in sodium, some have high in magnesium, high in protein, right? So your body, your cells will start to absorb all these minerals. They will tell you from your food channel, they will say, hey, I need more of this. I need more. Your muscles will say, hey, I need more of protein. You know, your brain will say, hey, I need this. Every part of your body needs certain nutrients, certain minerals. So the aquaporine is the gateway of your cell itself. So the trillions of cells, I remember that. And it has been scientifically proven that only a small group of less than 6, it is already scientifically that less than 6 molecules can enter through the aquaporine channel. Okay, it's not an infinite number. It cannot be, okay, it cannot be one cell taking up everything. No, that specific cell, that specific aquaporine in that cell, okay, can only take up to 6 water molecules. Okay, water molecule is so small that you can't even see it. All right. Okay, so according to Google, even if you Google it, you can find out. Aquaporines are composed of identical subunit proteins. Okay, means they are, okay, because our cell is generally, the cell membrane wall is generally made of protein, okay, made of protein, just general knowledge. And then water molecules go through the narrowest portion of the water channel. That's why I say it's like a gateway, a water channel, a water gateway, and it goes in a single file. Okay, so they have to queue up, like going up on a bus, you got to queue up. The presence of water channels increases the permeability of membranes, means the more aquaporin a certain cell has, the higher. Means like if a bus has only one door, everyone will only have to queue up for one door. Like you go for the LRT, okay, the LRT has many doors, so more people can queue up to go in at the same time. That is the same concept right here. Okay, now what is terahertz? Okay, first we talk about queuing up in the cell and the system. Now, how is this terahertz? You know, the whole reason you're here. How does this technology of terahertz, can it help? Okay, terahertz is a special electromagnetic wave. Okay, it is an infrared. It's between infrared and microwave. Okay, there are different kind of waves when they name it. You know, like they are ultraviolet wave, all these kind of different waves. But this is a specific electromagnetic wave that falls under this frequency, 0.1 to 10 terahertz. Okay, it not only has the same properties of light, which means light travels very fast, right? Okay, but it's able to penetrate and absorb. Okay, it's able to penetrate and absorb. Yeah, absorb through. You can. Hold on, sorry. Let me just see. All right. Yeah, so it's able to absorb all the electron. These terahertz, right? It's able to transfer all the frequencies, like you see in this chart here. On the left, we have radio waves. Okay, in the 1990s and the 80s, you know, those kind of old-fashioned radio knobs. So these are radio waves. The old radio waves, they're traveling. We are still listening to the radio. These are radio waves. All right. And then nowadays, we have the microwave, which is to heat up the food. And then we had like early on, we had Motorola, we had Nokia, you know, that was the phase of the 3G phase. Then we had 4G, 5G, and 6G, and all these things. And then we have infrared. Infrared is like remote control. You know, how do you point? Why sometimes if you have your remote control, you point up, you point down, you point left, you point right, you cannot change the volume. You have to point to the TV, point direct to the TV, then you can change the volume because it's an infrared ray. It's sending an invisible wave over filled with information. Filled with information. That's why at one point in time, a lot of people were very concerned with handphones because handphones emitted a high telecommunication wave back in the days during the early development. But nowadays, it's within very safe values. Okay, and glasses also. Now you have glasses. You go under the sun, your sunglasses turn dark, turn bright. Why? To counter ultraviolet rays. Okay, so terahertz. Okay, terahertz is we use it for water. Okay, I'll explain why later. But okay, to further enforce and let you know, okay, in 2004, the US government already identified terahertz as one of the 10 technologies that will change the future of the world. In 2005, Japan listed terahertz as the 10 key strategic goals. Okay, because every year, okay, every country, they will see where to put their budgets on and all that. So, okay, so they identified these 10 important things will be things that will be changing the world. All right, of course, depending on the country, depending on the leader, depending on all these kind of things, they will then pump a certain budget in. All right, so I believe we are all very fortunate because our terahertz company has managed to put in the effort, the time, and also been successful in coming up with this terahertz device and for everyone to share. Okay, now this terahertz wave, right? Where is it used? It's not just used in water, just so you know. It's used in the military radar, airport security, you know, where they go through the scanner, to make sure there are no weapons or illegal items brought on board and all this means it can penetrate through. Okay, then 6G communication. 6G is part of the terahertz electromagnetic wave. All right, and today the whole point of view coming is to know that terahertz is also used for water treatment. Water treatment. You see, all these are the latest technology, and water device is also used now. Okay. But our company has calibrated, okay, why terahertz and all that. Later you'll understand more. Okay, and the device is the most advanced, okay, at the moment is the most advanced terahertz energy generator, okay, globally, which releases 0.96 terahertz waves to act on water molecules. Okay, it's specifically targeted. Okay, our device is not used to scan items like the one you use in the airport. It's only for water. It's specifically calibrated and adjusted to target water. Okay, how does it target water? Okay, now, okay, just have a look here. Okay, you know water is generally called what? Aside from water, it's called H2O. H2O, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Okay, 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. When you expose the water molecule to our terahertz device, what it does, the invisible electromagnetic wave will break down this H2O structure into a linear structure, a stable linear structure which does not change after that. Okay, it does not change, means they've calibrated to such a degree, to such precision, that it turns into a linear structure. When it turns into a linear structure, what happens? Okay, means it's able to resonate. Okay, and after that, when it's on a lower frequency and it's able to resonate, okay, like you see here, it's easily absorbed. Okay, it's more smooth. Just take it away. It's more smooth. So your aquaporine, look, the aquaporine is able to take in more of the water molecules, faster to take in the water molecules, smoother to take in the water molecules. So what happens when you're able to take in all the water, when your cell gets the water, means to get enough water. Whenever it needs water, it gets the water it needs. Whenever it needs water, it gets the water it needs. Okay, essential. It gets enough sodium, enough energy. So what? It means your cell can avoid cell degeneration. So all this falls back into all the way back to the basics. All right, let's have a look. All right, so okay, as you see here, bioelectric communication is also another Nobel Prize, put it this way, research that is already confirmed. Even in schools, they're already teaching it in physics and all that, how electromagnetic frequencies resonate when it's the same frequency. Okay, later I'll explain more. Okay, why is he showing that? He's showing that this invisible wave and the water frequency wave, because everything is made out of energy, is able to talk to each other. Let's say it's able to talk the same language. Okay? Just think of it that way. All right. So see, different types of water have different types of frequency and different types of water molecules. All right. For terahertz, our frequency is 7.6. Okay. So it's really low. Okay. When it's really low and it's in a very linear structure. Okay. Example. Okay. What do you do? Like I said, when it's like aquaporine is like going up the bus. Okay. So instead of people queuing up the bus and then there are, some people have maybe supermarket items, all this. The linear structure of the water, terahertz water, is already prepared to go up the bus. It's already prepared to just go in, put it this way. Okay, for your cells to be absorbed, to absorb all the nutrients required. Okay, next, let's have a look. This slide is talking about what? It's a simple experiment that we can do, just to prove that the water molecules are small. 2 balls of water, left with terahertz, right with normal water. You soak it for a bit. You notice the one on the left, when you take it out, it's still beautiful and fresh. The one on the right, it's not absorbing water. Why? It's because the small molecules of water is already absorbed by the vegetable. Okay, so it talks about viscosity. Okay, so it's nicer, it's smoother, and I know there are a lot of words, but you just keep on to the basics that I mentioned earlier. So other than that, this electromagnetic frequency from the device is antibacterial. All right, antibacterial. So the bacteria don't like it. So they get, when they see this electromagnetic wave, they'll start dying off. Okay, up to 89.4%. You see E. coli and all that. It's antioxidant, anti-radiation, right? Anti-radiation. So it protects. So it's healthy water. All right. But it's a water device. You still need your water filter. Let me clarify. You still need your water filter after going through whatever water filter that you use or water that you have. Okay, once it's already filtered, then you expose it to this electromagnetic wave. Same like cooking, you need to cook first, then you can use the microwave. Same concept. All right, so the 5 characteristics of terahertz is, okay, linear structured, anti-radiation, antioxidization, antiviral, and low viscosity means smooth, small water molecule. We have various test report results. Okay, we have all kinds of test report results. All right, because our product is from China, we also have the locals one, but don't worry because it's already operating globally. Okay, what's out spray basically? Different drinking from the inside, spray it on the outside. Spray it on the outside. That's why you see now you have humidifiers and all that. Why? To make sure that your air has enough water. It's the same like how you spray on the outside. Okay, that's a hood hop. When you cook, those people that stay in the condos, okay, to absorb the smoke. If you notice, okay, why after spraying terahertz water, a few wipes and it's clean? It's because that the water molecules are small. It's actually able to penetrate even through oil. Water is able to penetrate through oil. Our terahertz water is able to, because the viscosity is so small. And I love this the most because I use it for cleaning all the time. Yeah. Okay, now these are some testimonies. Later we have real life testimonies to share also with you all, but these are some submitted from our users. You can easily ask your sponsor to share any testimonies. We have plenty of testimonies in the market, from you see old to young, skin disease, and then later you see because water, like I say, water is the essential source to everything causing problems. You solve the main cause, the problem less. Right, just simple as see. There's high blood, lowering high blood, because some things by the time you find out the symptom is already very drastic already, ma. But if you study early, all these things, you see, there are wounds healing, because the cell can generate, your cell can regenerate. See, all these reasons. Okay, sorry if it's a big graphic. See, skin problems, skin too dry, psoriasis, eczema. We have all kinds of testimonies. It's already been a while, more than a while in the market anyways. So we have enough people to prove that, drinking this has made a difference in your life. Okay, it is not a water filter product, like I said, and then it comes in a jar. Okay, just 3 minutes of exposing it to the electromagnetic wave, it's already enough. Okay, we have international certifications. All right, these are the benefits: one-time investment, unique in the market, simple to operate, long-term use, globally recognized. Long-term storage means you can boil it, you can put it in the freezer, multi-purpose water. Definitely safe to drink. Okay, so don't worry. Portable and easy to carry. It's a small device. Free and easy business model, which will be covered later. Okay, so one device is 4,800 ringgit. That one device, but this one-time investment, I'll calculate already 50,000 scans. It can last you for many years. Okay, don't say about this. Okay, so I mean, don't say about 50,000 scans. Even for me personally, when I know the benefits of all this, even if it's 2-3 years, I'm already more than happy enough, in all honesty, because if it can prevent any problems in the future, because I'm health conscious. I believe most of you are also. That's why you are tuning in tonight. So resonate. Then after that, because some people can't afford the device, what they do, we also have people, we also package in terms of water, where you can contact your sponsors and all that. And you see we have like linear molecule, because all these, okay, when they drink the water, they notice the difference. Okay, and water is safe. Right now we are giving it together. There's also a cover. All right, we also have it with cover. Okay, so just a simple concept. You drink from the inside, you spray on the outside. Whatever water you have, you share with your loved ones, your family, your friends, or people who want to purchase it can also get it from you. Okay, so rinse and repeat. Simple things to be healthy and happy in life. Okay, that's all for tonight for my talk. I wish everyone to stay happy and healthy. We have testimonies coming up later, and also how when you get this device, you can be part of it. Let our NC cover more on it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cornelius Yong, for your great talk. I hope that all those who are listening in tonight can learn something from his talk, which is very interesting, right? Once you know the terahertz water and its benefit, you'll fall in love with the terahertz water device, which can make you young, healthy, and sweet. Right, we have 2 testimonies coming up. One is from Dato' William. He's not with us tonight, unfortunately, but he is so kind. He has given us a recorded testimony of how the terahertz water has helped with his diabetes. Okay, let's put the video out for you to listen. Thank you.
My name is William. My diabetes is 31 years. When I'm 36 years, I get diabetes. Now I'm 67. 31 years. But almost I take tablet so many years, my diabetes cannot come down. Early morning, only 9, 10, 11. But after I took Falihat, in about 2 months, my diabetes is gone down 4.8, 4.9, 5.7, 5.5. So my high blood also gone down from 168, and now it's 1.4 something. And then my food point and weight point also gone.
Okay, previously, Dato's blood sugars was quite high. It was how many years? 31 years. 31 years now with high reading on diabetes. But then after drinking the terrace water for how long? After 2 months, it dropped down to 4 point something, 5 point something. That was fantastic. The only water that can help you to do that is the terrace water. Okay, remember, guys? Yeah. And then second thing, you look at Dato's skin. Previously, he got a lot of this, what we call brown spots. If I look at his hand now, it's so much nicer now. Many of his friends was actually very surprised looking at the hands. There's a lot of these brown spots just drop off by itself. But one thing, remember, how many liter how many liter of water you drink this terrace water? How many liter you drink a day?
Minimum 4 liters.
Every day.
Every day.
Minimum 4 liter. So look at it. She's drinking a lot of water, and this thing really helps him. Right? Okay, give a big hand to Dato. Thanks for the sharing. Thank you, Dato. Thank you.
Wow, that's a great sharing, right? 31 years diabetes get healed by drinking terrace water, about 4 liter, 4 liter. That means it's a lot, really drink a lot. Anyway, we thank Dr. William. Next, we have Miss Winnie Tan. She'll be coming to share how terrace water has helped her. Let's welcome Miss Winnie Tan.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Can hear you.
Okay, I'm Winnie Tan from Sungai Buloh. My problem is I have a skin eczema, very terrible skin problem. When the eczema comes to time that I couldn't sleep for the whole night, whole body. It look like that is only on my face. Actually, it's all over the body. So now it's million thanks to our super lady, Shirley Tan, recommend this device to me. Before that, actually I've visited so many specialists. Even though the Tanka, they say there is a specialist on the skin, can treat me, I also go all the way down to Tanka. I think I have 4 times of treatment there. But after that, also it's the same. I go to Summit Hospital also, Summit Hospital, and really, still is the same, just temporary. It temporary only goes off. So after Shirley recommend this device, I drink, I spray, and I shower it. I think I treat my skin eczema within 3 weeks until now. So really, for those they still consider whether take or not take, is don't suffer anymore. Have skin problem, I tell you, this is the best. Our device water is our terrace water is the best one. But I will never ever say that is the best one. If really when I have the skin itchiness come, directly I use the water to spray on the spot. It just subside on the spot immediately. So I use the water to spray it to treat my skin. The main point is drinking. After drinking, and then I shower it. So thanks. Anyway, thanks to this super lady, Shirley Tan, recommend this wonderful TerraHex water to me. Okay, that's all my sharing.
Thank you, Miss Winnie Tan. You can just hear from what Winnie is saying that she really appreciate Shirley for sharing with her the TerraHex water device. You know, when we have a skin disease, I can really understand and have empathy, how itchy you can be, you know, how uncomfortable. Now, after only 3 weeks, you can get well. I tell you how wonderful the appreciation comes deep from Winnie's heart. You can hear it from her voice. She really appreciates. So sometimes when we come to a product, it's not the value. I think Winnie also agree with me. It's not the value. It's the, you know, health. It's sometimes not say you go and eat ubat, you can get well, you know. So this is really, we say, blessing lah, a blessing. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you very much for your wonderful sharing. Now, for those who want to use the water device, who wants to join as a member and make money, and who is interested to know how to make money, whether part-time or full-time or part-time, you know, we would like to welcome Mr.